Welcome to the Temple of Hip Hop Ministries. The Temple of Hip Hop is a hip hop preservation society designed for the upliftment and promotion of hip hop culture. Hip hop is not just rap music. Hip hop is beyond rap music. Rap is something we do. Hip hop is something we live.
Hip hop came from the streets, it came from us. It was an energy that the record companies gravitated towards.
Hip hop is our child, it's our baby. We gave birth to it.
See, hip-hop taught me what love is, rap taught me what a thug is. I'm just trying to spit it.
We're still menacing. The name of hip-hop is still a ring, shivers through people's bones.
Right now there's a war between the state of hip-hop.
I stand here before you, a representative of something we call hip-hop culture. Words mean very little without definition. We are here to discuss the definition of hip-hop. Once we deal with the definition, meaning, purpose, intention of hip-hop, the words will change.
In rap, everybody's so focused on the hype and trying to live up to the hype.
You know, all the lyrics, the hoes, niggas, bitches.
They need to have some type of control of what they portray themselves as, because a lot of these kids don't have parents in the house to show them that. That's wrong.
Since 1994, we've been having meetings about the preservation of hip-hop as a culture. This is when Harry Allen, the media assassin, held a discussion at the Schomburg Center for an organization called the Rhythm Cultural Institute. At that meeting, I decided to document the history of hip-hop and also begin to teach spiritual principles through the language of hip-hop.
Open up their eyes and see through these lies. Discipline themselves, yourself, to stay alive. Not many.
This then went on to the creation of the Temple of Hip Hop, which is at first a society that preserves hip hop. This public safety issue is very simple.
One of the things that we haven't dealt with is how we've allowed ourselves to be degraded. See,
all day long on radio and television and print media,
Hoes, niggas, bitches.
if all you see are people like myself and yourself
Hoes, niggas, bitches.
depicted as criminals in these magazines with no other reference, it's now becoming a public safety issue.
Break it down. You don't know me by now, why don't you ever know me? Never won a Grammy, won't win a Tony, but I'm not the only MC keeping it real.
Brothers get up there talking about killing people and they get on stage and thank God.
Our images shouldn't be played around with.
This is not a fan club. This is for people who are serious about hip-hop's preservation. So the Temple of Hip-Hop rose up and collected 29 paragraphs from various people in the industry to create the Hip-Hop Declaration of Peace. This is a document that advises hip-hop culture on ways in which it can sustain peace and join into the peace process. It was very important to go to City Hall and receive proclamations.
It's a great pleasure to be here and to celebrate Hip Hop Week and the hip hop culture. Understand, I'm a student of hip hop. I'm proud to say that.
In junior high with the B+ grade, at the end of the day, I don't hit the honor grade.
Hip hop culture is positive, that's what it came.
Don't waste your mind.
I've never seen any negative.
Believe in yourself.
Ever from KRS-One. A lot of times growing up with images and movies like For the Patch in the Bronx, sometimes you got a low self-esteem and a low pride about the Bronx. We were during the late 70s and 80s. And then came this young man with a song called The South Bronx. The South Bronx, the South Bronx.
The South Bronx, the South Bronx, the South Bronx, South Bronx, the South Bronx, South Bronx, the South Bronx, South Bronx, the South Bronx.
hip-hop culture is a collective character of hip-hop consciousness.
I'm not in a suit and tie, I'm driving around in my car with the assembly license. Police officers still pull me over because of the music that I'm listening to. Because they can't understand that a young man with a sweatshirt and jeans and boots and a hat listening to hip-hop could actually be the assembly person. And so we have to change that.
It's time for hip-hoppers to stand up.
Put your head, listen to these words. Listen to you, brother. The leaders of today's hip-hop movement will continue to advance their cause for generations to come. Hip-hop has made a profound impact on our culture, our lives, and our world.
We then went to the United Nations and pretty much presented ourselves before an organization called UNESCO, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization.
It is an honor that the hip-hop generation has joined us in this quest for peace in the world.
The Hip-Hop Declaration of Peace is an informal document that we have put together.
And in this document is the first step to something legitimate and something real.
Wherever the elements, culture, and expressions of hip-hop and the term hip-hop manifests, this Hip-Hop Declaration of Peace shall govern its use and interpretation. Hip-hop respects the dignity and sanctity of life without discrimination or prejudice. Hip-hop culture demands that hip-hoppers work to eliminate poverty, speak out against injustices, and to shape a more caring society and a more peaceful world. Hip-hop does not participate in any form of hate at any time. Those who are not hip-hop are prohibited from explaining or interpreting hip-hop to others. Hip-hop respects the laws and agreements of its culture, its country, and those it does business with. Hip-hop is the name of our collective consciousness. As a conscious way of life, we recognize our influence on society, especially on children, and we forever shall keep the welfare of both in mind.